G'day guys, Aaron here. Okay, so in last week's video we talked about the 5 box patterns for the E minor pentatonic scale. So what we're going to be doing today is kind of a follow-up to that, and we're going to be doing an easy guitar lick and a slightly more advanced guitar lick. Nothing too crazy, there's not going to be any tapping or anything like that. So for the beginner guitar lick, or if you're just starting out, what I'd highly recommend is just take your time. Make sure your notes are nice and clean and on pitch, okay? You don't want to hear... That just sounds nasty. What you do want to hear something perhaps a bit more like that. That was also the easy guitar riff. So to get you started on that, we're just going to quickly recap on our box 1 at the 12th fret, and we'll get stuck into that one, and then we'll finish up on the slightly more advanced one. Okay? So what we're going to have here is, we'll just quickly recap box 1 at the 12th fret. So your first finger is going to be sitting over the 12th fret, just like that, and it's going to be, I'll turn that down a bit, where are we? It's going to be E on the 12th fret, G on the 15th fret, now we're on the A string, 12th fret, A, B on the 14th fret, D on the 12th fret, E on the 14th fret, G on the 12th fret, A on the 14th fret, B on the 12th fret, D on the 15th fret, E on the 12th fret again, G, 15th fret, resolve it back to the E. So together, and come back. Okay? So like I was saying, the goal here for the beginner student should be, your goal should be to take your time, okay? Make sure your notes are clean and on pitch. So what we're going to do, we're going to start on the 12th fret with our 3rd finger, pick, slide up to the 14th fret, okay? The reason why we start with our 3rd finger is so we can then get to the 12th fret at the 3rd string. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay? And stop it after that A note on the 14th fret. Now I do a lot of my resting with my thumb. Just like that. Okay? Just like that. Whoops. Push towards the ceiling. Now when you do a bent note, really put your thumb over the top. Okay? And just take your time. Make sure it's on pitch. And the note we're chasing is a B. It's the same note. Okay? So it's going to be D, slide up to the E, G. Now I use 2 fingers for the bent note, push, back to the G, E on the 14th fret. Okay? And it was finished with a bit of vibrato, it just sounds nice. So, if you're just starting out and starting to get into some lead guitar stuff, take your time, okay? I'd really recommend that perhaps start with a 12-bar blues, and there's 101 backing tracks on YouTube to try and play along with, but take your time, okay? Really take your time. Make sure the notes are clean and they're on pitch, okay? And if you take your time and land on the right note at the right time, it sounds like you know what you're doing, okay? You're better off to do that than rush through a whole heap of really bad notes and occasionally get the right one. Just really take your time. I mean, you look at like just David Gilmour of Pink Floyd. Pretty slow guitar player, but yeah, it's like every note is right and where it should be. So I'd highly recommend that for anyone just starting out, and hell, I still recommend it to anyone slightly more advanced anyway. Just take your time, okay? Especially, you know, you're perhaps playing in a different key, something you're not comfortable with or quite sure of just yet. Take your time. Okay, slightly more advanced guitar lick. Okay, first thing we're going to be looking at is two inversions of a E minor 7 arpeggio. So we're going to start here on the 19th fret on the high E string, going back to the 15th fret on the high E string with a pull off. Come across to the second string, 17th fret, 15th fret. Get that, and just repeat that. Now notice how I picked that as well. It was a down, pull off, up, pull off. You can just repeat that if you want to too. So now what we're going to have is the same notes, G, E, D, B, over here. So we're basically sitting over our box 1 again. Picking should be the same. So slowly together. Should get that, okay? And then what we're going to do is come back through box 1, right? A on the 14th fret, G on the 12th fret, E on the 14th fret, D on the 12th fret, B on the 14th fret, A on the 12th fret, slide back to the 10th fret with your first finger, so that descend should be just like that, okay, and then land over the 12th fret with your third finger. Okay. Now if you want to, you can pick all of that as well. Okay. Slightly different sound. If I back up a little bit, you'll see you'll see and hear what I'm saying. So if I do all picked, pull-offs, you can even mix them up. And there's so many little variations you can do on that. Okay, so just quickly, if we look at that, a pull-off is where you would take your little finger for at least this example and pull it towards the floor. A lot of people have the illusion that a pull-off is when your finger goes that way. It's not, it's when your finger goes more to the floor. Box 1 is a great example, for this. And you can do it like all the way back through the scale. Okay? So if you don't know what a E minor 7 arpeggio is, that's where you want to get to know your scales, okay, and some theory. So E is going to be our root note, obviously, because it's going to be an E minor 7 arpeggio. Now, if you play a full E minor scale, you would have this. So we'll do it over here. Now you can see the similarity between the pentatonic scale and the full minor scale. E, F sharp on the 14th fret, G on the 15th fret, so it's 1, 3, remember that, 4, so it's just A, B, which is our 5, 1, 3, 5, C is our 6, D is our 7, E is our root note. So E minor 7 arpeggio is the notes 1, 3, 5, 7, back to the root note, or E. E, G, B, D, E. You can even repeat that in the next octave. Okay? So, just in closing, I'd really recommend, particularly for the beginner guitarist, just take your time, okay? There is no rush to this. Now, I think I've said that in like every video I've done here. Just take your time, okay? There is no race and you should not rush this. This is pretty important stuff, especially when you're just starting out. You don't want to start developing bad habits. And if you can, record yourself. I mean, even something as simple as a mobile phone can help you out with that too. Just, you know, a little voice recorder, or I use the video setting a lot on my phone. So I can watch, so particularly if I'm writing, I can see what I've done as well, not just hear, I can see exactly what I've done. So like I said, for the beginner guitarist, take your time, okay? Make sure all the notes are really nice and clean and they really sing. And just let it ring out. And be aware of your vibrato too. You can have, you know, a faster sort of vibrato, a bit of a more slower sort of vibrato. Okay, there's all these little tricks you can do to this. The guitar's a fantastic instrument for expressing your personality. You know, just the way how, you know, you pick, pinch harmonics, and it's a fantastic instrument for creativity. For the more advanced guitarist, I'll probably just watch how you're doing the pull-offs. Make sure the pull-offs are clean as well. Just make sure everything's nice and clean, okay? And a big trick, if you're going to be playing with distortion or overdrive, I'll just talk about this real quick. Make sure you dampen the other strings you're playing, or you're not using, sorry. So, see how, if I can just get my hand in the camera, I'm just slightly resting across the other strings. And that way when I finish, it's clean. Okay, there's none of that noise. That's the difference. So, just in closing, beginner guitarists, take your time, play to backing tracks, play to anything you can. If you've got a friend that plays guitar, play with them. Slightly more advanced guitarists, just watch your picking and how you're dampening and muting the other strings, okay? It's all these little things that start to make a big difference, okay? But like I've always said, take your time, have fun, and use your ears. When it's on pitch and when it sounds good, you'll know, okay? So until next time.